57,510 kes penyakit tangan, kaki dan mulut Hfmd dilaporkan di negara ini mulai 1 Januari sehingga 25 Mei lalu, iaitu peningkatan sebanyak 24 kali ganda bagi tempoh sama pada tahun 2021 iaitu 2,333 kes semasa pandemik. Ujar Menteri Kesihatan Khairi Jamaluddin ketika ini, hanya 2 kanak-kanak yang disahkan Hfmd mengalami gejala teruk dan memerlukan rawatan di unit rawatan rapi ICU.
Kedua-dua kes ini positif virus enterovirus 71 dan pada 25 Mei kanak-kanak pertama telah beransur pulih dan tidak memerlukan lagi bantuan pernafasan namun masih dipantau secara precautionary di ICU. Manakala kes kedua masih lagi memerlukan bantuan pernafasan tetapi dalam keadaan stabil, kita doakan insyaAllah pulih dan sembuh sepenuhnya insyaAllah.
Kes paling banyak dilaporkan bagi kanak-kanak berumur 6 tahun ke bawah iaitu 52,846 kes atau 92%. Manakala kumpulan umur 7 hingga 12 tahun seramai 3,741 kes atau 7%. Setakat ini, 3 negeri yang menyumbang kepada bilangan wabak tertinggi Hfmd, masing-masing Kuala Lumpur dan Putrajaya dengan 479 wabak, 34.9%, Selangor 161 wabak, 11.8% dan Perak 151 wabak atau 11%. Tambahnya, punca kes meningkat sehingga melebihi paras amaran berikutan kehadiran penuh ke sekolah Tabika dan Tadika. Khairi ditemui pada sidang media khas secara dalam talian langsung dari Geneva, Switzerland semalam. 17 taman asuhan kanak-kanak taska serta pusat jagaan kanak-kanak di Kelantan telah diarah tutup selama 10 hari susulan kes jangkitan penyakit tangan, kaki dan mulut Hfmd. Pengerusi Jawatankuasa Kerajaan Tempatan, Perumahan dan Kesihatan Negeri Dr. Izani Husin berkata ia membabitkan beberapa daerah termasuk Kota Baru serta Tumpat.
Solusinya, anak-anak yang kena penyakit ini perlu dikuarantin. Bahasanya, kuarantin dalam apostrophe maknanya kita tak boleh hantar dia pergi ke taski. Kita tak boleh hantar pergi ke mana-mana tempat penjagaan kanak-kanak. Kerana bila pergi, dia akan cepat jangkit. Hari ini, kes daripada tahun lepas, banding hari ini tak tahu nak kali berapa ribu peratus. Terlalu tinggi. Berapa hari ini 3,000 dah. Kes. Total 4,000 kes dah hari ini. Kes Hfmd di Kelantan.
Kebanyakan kes Hfmd itu ujarnya membabitkan kanak-kanak berusia 5 tahun ke bawah selain dalam kalangan kanak-kanak berumur 6 tahun ke atas. Beliau ditemui di majlis perasmian pembukaan bangunan Wisma iMedical Kota Baru semalam.
We are going to talk about Hfmd. Hfmd cases were first reported clinically in Canada, New Zealand in the year of 1957. The disease was termed as hand, foot and mouth disease by Thomas Henry Flewett. Hfmd, that was once considered a disease of cattle, has been emerging as a common human childhood disease in the last few years. The incidence of this disease increases every year. Though in most of the cases, it is non-fatal, there are some reported cases of complications seen in Hfmd patients. Hfmd is an endemic disease in Malaysia. It has become an important public health disease due to its tendency to cause large outbreaks and death amongst children and infants.
Hfmd. What does it stand for? It stands for hand, foot and mouth disease. What is Hfmd and what causes Hfmd? Well, Hfmd is an infectious disease caused by a virus that usually affects infants and children under 5 years old. It is a disease caused by an enterovirus. This group of the virus includes Coxsackie virus, Ecovirus and Enterovirus 71, also known as EV71. The virus spreads in contact with saliva, blister fluid and human stools. Talking about the statement that this viral infection usually affects infants and children under 5 years old, does that mean teenagers and adults will not be getting infected by it? The answer is yes. Teenagers, even adults, are prone to be infected with the infections. Not only babies or kids can be infected, even we as adults are at risk to be infected with it.
If you're going to see the symptomology of hand, foot, mouth disease that usually happen at the same name significant blister appear in the hand and foot, and in the skin specifically area like elbow, knee, buttock are affected, and another specific area which is involved in the mouth cavity, where fancifully blister happen in the flat in the throat, which cause difficulty in swallowing, and the children is not able to take food and water properly. So we have seen that these blister do not leave any lasting mark or scars mark over the skin. Through this disease, it may reemergence or recurrence of the disease in the same host after many years. This is my social media awareness. Thank you.
And I want to talk about the fact of Hfmd. Okay, did you know Malaysia has recorded 31,661 cases of Hfmd disease, 15 times the amount that was recorded within the same period last year, according to Malay Med. The illness is usually not serious, but it is very contagious. Hfmd is a mild illness caused by viruses known as enteroviruses. It spreads quickly and easily at school and daycare center. Because Hfmd mainly affect infants and children and cause sore or blister on the mouth, hand and feet. Hfmd was first reported in New Zealand in 1957, but in Malaysia, the first documented outbreak of Hfmd was reported in April 1997. It is a major national health concern and outbreak occurring every 2 to 3 years since the first outbreak. Individual cases and outbreak of Hfmd occur worldwide. In tropical and subtropical countries, outbreak often occur all year around, but in recent years, Hfmd has occurred more in Asia.
Hand, foot, mouth diseases are spread from an infected person to others through close personal contact by touching an infected person or making other close contact, like kissing, hugging, or sharing cup or eating utensil. It can also be spread through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Touching an infected person's faces, such as changing diapers or contact with contaminated objects, can also spread the virus. In addition, touching objects and surfaces that have the virus on them, such as doorknob or toys, then touching the eyes, nose, mouth, is also one of the causes of this disease. Rarely, you can obtain the virus by swallowing recreational water, such as water in swimming pool. This can happen if the water is not properly treated with chlorine and becomes contaminated with feces from a person who has hand, foot or mouth disease.
Now, I will share with you guys 5 steps that we need to take to prevent Hfmd. Firstly, frequently washing your hand with soap after using a toilet, eat and drink playing outdoors. Follows the 7 steps how to wash your hand. The second one, avoid to sharing with others your personal things such as food, drinks, toys, towels. Number 3, always cover your mouth with mask when you're sneezing and coughing. Number 4, always sanitize your hand and sanitize the object that you regularly use. Number 5, avoid contact with unhealthy people, and when you are unwell, avoid being in open places such as shopping complex and shopping mall.
For the conclusion, all dentists, pediatricians and dermatologists should be aware of the clinical features of this disease and possible complications. Some challenges need to be overcome, but there is a hope in the direction of manufacturing and marketing of multivalent Hfmd vaccine. Governments and international health organizations should join their efforts with the vaccine industries to achieve this goal. That's all from us. Thank you.